without further ado, to introduce you to our judges of the day.
Yeah, today we have our honorable judges with us. First, start with our Regional Executive Director, Southern Region, Mr. Madhavan. And the second judge is Mr. Ayub, General Manager, ATM, Chennai. And third judge, we have Mr. C.V. Shaji. He is General Manager, Southern Region. And we also have our Airport Director, Tirupati, Mr. Suresh with us. So these four gentlemen will be the respected judges for us, with us.
Sir, unmute.
So just to recap the rules of the day, each participant will be given 3 minutes to speak on the topic of their choice, and you'll be hearing a buzzer when you're approaching close to a 3-minute time limit to remind you to finish as soon as possible. Also, all participants are requested to switch off their camera and mic once they have finished speaking in their turn. So, without further ado, let's begin. First up, I'd like to call Advait Menon from Chennai.
Yes, hello. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Advait. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good. So, 1 minute. Okay, Advait, just could you be on the line? We are just waiting the judges to join for a couple of minutes for the judges to join us online.
Okay, Advait, you can start if you're ready.
Yes, sir.
Madhavan, just a clarification. Madhavan,
Yes, sir.
just a clarification. The subject they can pick up on their own choice, or who is that?
No, it is on their own choice. Only thing is we have told them not to speak on the same topic which they've already spoken.
Okay.
So they'll be speaking on a different topic, only any of the other two topics. Basically, three topics are COVID, is it a curse or a blessing? The second topic is my India, my country, my responsibility. And third topic is green future, conservation of environment.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Advait Menon of Class 6A, studying at NSN Memorial School in Chennai. So today I would like to talk on my favorite topic, which is the conservation of environment and the road to a green future. The first major conference of world leaders was held at the Earth Summit in Brazil in the year 92. Then the challenges emerging across the planet from climate change and the loss of species and land degradation was discussed. Today, many of the distant concerns are becoming a reality with shocking implications and challenging the very opportunity for close to 7 billion people to be able to survive. Environment is basically the surroundings of life. Environmental conservation is a practice for protecting the environment at an individual or governmental level. I'm sure that senior officers present here will agree that in their childhood, air was fresher, water was cleaner, soil was purer, and than the condition now, and it is getting worse day by day. Every individual needs to understand that environment is the caretaker of lives. There is a need to stand for its conservation efforts. Each and every individual should feel obliged to ensure that the environment is taken care of. bearing in mind that this is for the good of the current generation and its prosperity. What are some steps that can be taken to ensure a green future? Well, for starters, in the industrial sector, government should come up with strict measures of controlling methods used by industries in emitting their waste. In order to reduce water and soil pollutions by industries, governments need to ensure that no industry firm that is located near to a source of water and their waste comes out of the compound less harmful to the surroundings. Government should ensure that industries which are likely to pollute environment are located far from residential areas. The other important method of environmental conservation is to carry out campaigns aiming at persuading the public to plant trees. My father showed me pictures of how AI had planted 5,000 trees in a day. Government can also try and make electric cars less expensive and provide charging points at different places. The future of the automobile is electric and this helps in reducing air and noise pollution. These sounds like big ideas, right? Well, let the government do what it can. I'll tell you what you and I can do. Things which are very much in our control. Let us start with reuse and recycle. Reusing and recycling helps keep the environment clean too. Reusing things prevents land pollution. Recycling old things is so useful. By recycling them, you get a lot of new things and you can earn money by selling them too. Recycling plastic bottles also contributes in keeping air and water clean. My mother makes beautiful flower pots out of old bottles. My grandma uses old tires as plant pots. We can all do something too. Compost. Composting at home reduces the volume of garbage which are sent to landfills and reduces chances of some products becoming marine debris. Reducing plastic. Plastic is the most harmful substance to nature. Greenhouse gas emissions are produced by burning plastic. Many factories burn plastic to save waste, which emits toxic gases into the air. The Tamil Nadu government is to be really appreciated for banning plastic in our state. In the long run, it will make a difference, and I'm sure of that. Switch off lights and fans. My father keeps scolding me for leaving the lights and fans on when I leave the room, and I used to wonder why. Now I know that saving electricity helps in saving the environment as we use up lesser natural sources which are used to generate electricity. I promise I'll switch off all the lights and fans when not in use. Well, these are some of the ways in which all of us can help save the environment. But we all know that no one likes to change, and we all resist it. The ban on use of firecrackers in this Diwali is met with so much opposition. Any new idea is disruptive, but what will be really disruptive is a world running low on drinking water and productive land set against backdrop of climate change, extreme weather events, and rising natural resource scarcities. And none of us would like to leave that kind of world for our future generations, would we? Thank you all and wish you a happy and safe Diwali.
So,
Thank you, Advait. That was wonderful tips for a day-to-day basis, which anybody can implement. Thank you very much for those tips. And you can leave this thing now. You can switch off your video and audio. Thank you very much. Yeah. And just to inform the gathering, that our chief guest, executive director ATM, Mr. Kalyan Chowdhury, is expected any moment. Due to his prior commitments, he's not been able to log in right now, but depending on his schedule, he will be coming in and joining us as per his convenience. We will let you know. And now moving on to the next candidate is Ms. Maria Kuncheria from Cochin. She is a 5th standard student. Can we have Maria Kuncheria? Jisme Maria Kuncheria? Jisme Maria Kuncheria, can you hear me, please? Okay, we will move on to the next candidate. Probably.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, can you switch on your video?
I'm
Yeah, we
just
can
me,
see you
Maria
now.
Kunjaria.
Okay,
Can
welcome.
I start?
Yeah, so can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, so what is the topic you're going to speak about today? Just say the topic.
My country, my India, and my responsibility.
Okay, fine. Yeah, we can see your face. Don't worry, relax. Yeah, you can start speaking if you're ready.
Good evening, all. I'm Jasmine Maria Kunjaria, studying in class 5 in Don Bosco Central School, Angamali. So, my topic is my country, my India, and my responsibility. My country is always in my thoughts. I will sacrifice everything, including my life, for the sake of my country. I will always think in India to get an honorable place for the in the committee of nations. Everybody is proud of their country, and so am I. I feel happy for India to be progress by leaps and bounds. I love my country, my motherland, India. I want her to grow from strength to strength because weak nations take invasion from powerful countries. India is so beautiful because it's filled with valleys, rivers, and forests, and it has long sea coast. It has monuments and buildings of historical importance. India is the biggest democracy country in the world because we choose our own government through general elections with welfare and good in the people is always in the thought of the people and the government. India is the biggest populous country in the world after China. India has an old civilization in culture and rich in traditions. India India is filled with villages, and 80% part of them are working and living in countryside. I'm so proud of my country. Youth, the young students should provide unselfish vigination, and they are the strength of our country for fighting the foreign powers through our iron hand. I hope the democracy built the strength of the youth. That is our responsibility. India, my dream of India is to become a country with no poverty. I love my country. Thank you.
Thank you, Jisme. You painted a very beautiful picture of India. Thank you very much. You can leave now. Bye. And next we have Anvita from Mangalore. And Anvita is a 5th standard student. So
Yes,
Anvita, yeah. Can you please switch on your video?
I switched on.
Okay, Anvita. So what is the topic you're going to talk about? Just the topic?
India, my country, my responsibility.
Great. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Anvita, you can start.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Anvita, daughter of Karnakar manager ATC. Today, I'm studying in class 5th C Kendriya Vidyalaya. Today's my elocution topic is my India, my country, my responsibility. My country's name is India, also known as Hindustan Bharat. The name, my India is a beautiful country, you know. My India is a democratic country, means of the people, for the people, by the people. My country believes in the slogan unity in diversity, means India is a country where many diversity. We speak different languages, we eat different various types of food, we celebrate different festivals, but we live together happily. Coming to my responsibility for the country is I should respect our conjunction, national flag, and national anthem. I should not be greedy and selfish. And an important note is I have to perform my duties in various aspects and all that should be related to of the development of my country. If I am a parent, teacher, doctor, engineer, army, businessman, and of course, a air traffic controller, definitely one day we will build our nation in #1 position in the world. Finally, one beautiful sentence I want to share. I love my country. I'm proud to be an Indian. Thank you once again, ATC Gill, for giving me this opportunity to speak some word about my country. Jai Hind!
Thank you, Ms. Anvita. That was a very good speech about the responsibilities of the people of India and how to make it great. Thank you very much. You can leave now. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Meanwhile, ATC Gill, thank you. Bye. And meanwhile, ATC Gill Southern Region welcomes our Executive Director, ATM, respected Mr. Kalyan Chaudhary, for this session today. And we are happy to have our ED amongst us. We are also privileged. We request our ED to bless the kids on the eve of Children's Day and also shower his blessing. Please, sir.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you, sir. Good evening.
It's audible, sir.
Oh, thank you. First of all, I want to congratulate the seniors. I'm not telling senior kids, I want to seniors for taking this wonderful initiative to bring the next generation in the forefront. And I'm sure this type of small initiative will take a big role in shaping the personality of the individual and in turn shaping the future of our country, India, which is your topic today. And for the young kids, yes, it's very nice to see the next generation speaking and speaking such confidence and with a thinking mind. And I wish all the best for their future life and happiness. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your motivating speech. It reminds us of our CITC days when we used to motivate all the trainees. Thank you very much, sir. And we are really privileged to have you amongst us amidst a busy schedule. Thank you for sparing your time for us.
Most
And
welcome.
now moving on to the session, we will go to the next candidate, Aradhya Praveen Puttu from Chennai. And now we move on to Aradhya Praveen Puttur from Chennai.
Sir.
Aradhya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, are you ready, Aradhya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what is the topic you're going to talk today?
COVID-19, a curse or a blessing?
Wonderful, Aradhya. If you're ready, you can start.
Okay, sir. Good evening to one and all present here. I am Aradhya Praveen Puttur, studying in class 5 from KV Meenambakam, Chennai. Today, I am going to speak on the topic COVID-19, a curse or a blessing. COVID is a deadly communicable disease which has spread rapidly in the entire world. The pandemic has made the world come to a grinding halt. Various countries introduced the lockdowns at various times, forcing people in all the countries to stay indoors. All the industries were closed and only essential services were running. This lockdown proved to be a blessing for our environment. exploitation of environmental resources reduced considerably, which in turn reduced the air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution. The air became cleaner and there was sufficient water for all the people during summer. The second biggest blessing has been the ample time available with all the family members to enjoy with each other. Some spent their time watching movies and enjoying their favorite songs. Also, the pandemic made us realize the value of friends and relatives in our lives. COVID-19 has brought enormous changes in the human culture. We have started studying and working from home, which was not thought of before. People from the IT industry have returned to their villages from cities and do their work from home, thereby reducing the burden on cities. This trend is picking up as various companies are planning to make this a permanent feature. Nevertheless, a coin has two sides. So does the pandemic. Many people are dying because of lack of medicines and proper medical care. The closure of industries has led to loss of livelihood for the people. Some people are facing pay cuts. This has affected the mental and physical health of many people. The government has introduced several relief measures like free distribution of food grains, employee public fund withdrawal, etc. to reduce the misery of the people. We have seen the essential workers like doctors, police personnel and other government officials were working round the clock to reign over the epidemic. The pandemic has given rise to new virtual culture where everything like examinations to banking is being done from home. This has led to increase in the household expenditure of the people while there is a reduction in salary. So, is the COVID-19 pandemic really a curse or a blessing? The answer is how we perceive the things. If everything is seen in a positive way, then the COVID-19 has taught us to use our environmental resources wisely, reduce our needs, enjoy our health by eating good food and doing regular exercises. Socrates once said that the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old but on building the new. So let us have a new beginning. Thank you.
Yeah, Radhya, thank you. That was a very positive outlook. And one more thing, you also seem to be keeping in touch with the latest trends which is happening across the globe. That was very nice of you. Thank you. And next we have Miss Arya from Chennai. She is the sister of Aradhya who just spoke now. And Arya is a 7th standard student. Miss Arya, are you there? Miss Arya Praveen. Miss Arya Praveen, are you there?
She's logging just now.
Yes, sir. Yes, I am here.
Yeah, yes, Arya, welcome. So what is the topic you're going to present today?
A green future.
Fine. Okay, so what is your hobbies generally?
My hobbies dance.
Only dance, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So if you're ready with the topic, you can start.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
please
ready.
start.
Good evening, dear friends and judges. I'm Arya of Class 7 from Kendriya Vidyalaya Meenambakam, Chennai. I'm here to speak on the topic A Green Future. World Environment Day is celebrated on 5th June every year. The green future is dependent on the world's ability to create sustainable alternatives to our existing pollutive way of life. Globally, innovation remains a key driving force in the quest to transit to a green future. Now you will not find it useful, but in the future you will understand what a small plant can do and what advantages you will get by planting it. We can think of a green future by reducing soil pollution, reducing the use of plastic, not throwing the waste here and there, and the most important thing is the burning of plastic on the roots. This makes the soil polluted and dirty, on which none can be planted. If we stop throwing the waste and keep our surroundings clean and neat, it would turn into a beautiful place. Stop wasting water and burning the petrol unnecessarily. And recycling. It is one of the best way to lead to a green future. The 50% of greenery will come like this. There are many beautiful tourist places where beautiful hills, trees, and many more plants are there. In the same way, we must take importance of greenery in some local places also. How much we explain the importance of a small plant to the people, that much they will be aware of it. They will take right decisions against the wastage of pollution. And the main cause of lack of greenery in India is deforestation. People cut the forest trees down for their personal use, such as construction. They will not construct at the places where big grounds are located. They will cut the trees and spoil the environment. A tree has many advantages which we will never realize while planting it, but we'll realize it when it grows as a big tree and helps you by giving shade, giving you juicy fruits, and even it's a home for over hundreds of birds. If you plant a tree now, then your next generation will be thankful for it. Stop polluting air, water, soil, and atmosphere. India is a beautiful country, and you are responsible for the cleanliness and greenery in our country. Be responsible for it. Stand together and make our country India clean and green. Time spent among trees is not the wastage of time because Swachh Bharat is Shresth Bharat. Paryavaran ki raksha, dharti ki suraksha. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
बिल्कुल सही आर्या पर thank you, that was a great talk on the importance of reducing waste and recycling. Thank you so much for joining us. And next up we have Siddharth from Chennai. Siddharth, could you switch on your video please?
Yes.
Hi Siddharth, welcome back. Siddharth, before we move on to the topic, like how did you spend this 6 months of lockdown? How did you spend time in the last 6 months?
Can you say it again? I cannot understand you.
No, how did you spend your time in the last 6 months? Like 6 months of lockdown, you were at home, lots of time at hand. So how did you spend it?
Just like anyone else, playing games and going out with my friends.
You went out with your friends during lockdown?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. So what kind of games did you play?
Online games and we played outside even with my friends.
Okay, great. So what topic are you going to talk about today, Siddharth?
Is COVID-19 a curse or blessing?
Very apt. So we're like waiting to hear you and you can start now.
Every blessing ignored becomes a curse, as said by Paul Coelho, a Brazilian author. So, is COVID-19 a curse or a blessing? Good evening. This is my topic. Impact of COVID-19. Bane for many, boon for some. As details about the deadly virus developed in early March, it became apparent to many that a pandemic was inevitable.
The coronavirus pandemic has left no corner of the world untouched. Since the first case of the disease was reported in China in December 2019, more than 6 million infections have been recorded in about 188 countries and territories with more than 4 lakh deaths. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought to humanity an unexpected situation that drowned them in the oceans of fear and uncertainty about their future and their health safety. Without any warning or early forecasting, majority of nations embraced a new lifestyle of abandoning in-person social interaction. Indeed, because of the imposed confinement and the increasing number of the contaminated cases, many persons have been impacted negatively. Mental health is a cause of concern too. This virus is just not taking lives, but has further widened the gap that exists between the nations, making poor communities more vulnerable. The downward slide of the economy is a problem faced globally due to the pandemic, coupled with the loss of jobs in most parts of the world. The present situation is a peculiar example of the two sides of a coin. Now, let us ponder about the blessing. COVID-19 has helped refocus our minds on what is really important to human survival: clothing, shelter, health, food, and the need to ensure equality. COVID-19 has truly reminded us all that no man is an island, nor is any person truly self-sufficient. Everyone relies on the company, contributions, and comfort of others in order to thrive, and therefore we need to be each other's keepers. However, the key winner is the environment that is enjoying such desperately needed relief from the toxins caused by humans who are equally enjoying this relief through breathing clean fresh air amid an environment devoid of air pollution. This year has forced us to understand the difference between need and luxury. In a state of lockdown, the world spent more time with family, being stuck at home. People thought of ways to keep their sanity intact, and thus creativity boomed. Old hobbies turned into new passions. Crippled with the pandemic, this year has taught us how much we depend on each other. Our health systems, food systems, and supply chains are all connected. We can truly come out of this crisis when we have the right plan for a global economic reset. The focus for this reset should be humans and nature, making regeneration, restoration, and redistribution possible. This is a lesson the world will remember and spread to the future generations through stories. So, is COVID-19 a blessing or a curse to the world? My answer is simple. It's all about perspective. In spite of the pain that the pandemic has caused, we can still make lemonade from the lemons served up in this precarious time. Let's make this count. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddha. Thank you. That was a wonderful talk on how alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. Thank you. And next up, we have joining us B. Nandika. Nandika, are you online? Can you switch on your video?
Oh. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Nandika. Which standard are you in?
Which standard?
Second standard, ma'am.
Second standard. Okay. So, Nandika, what do you like to do? What is your what do you do in your free time?
Free time just
play, ma'am.
Playing.
What do you like to play?
Cricket game, ma'am.
Cricket. You like? Nice. That is wonderful. So, what are you going to talk about today?
Yeah, green future conservation of environment.
Great. So, are you ready? Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go on. Start.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Nandika, class 2 from KV Meenambakam. First of all, I would like to thank ATC Games Southern Region for giving me this opportunity to talk about nature, which I like the most. Yeah, the topic is a green future conservation of environment. What is environment? The environment is our surroundings and it is an essential part of our life. It is the source for us to live. The quality of our life depends on the quality of our environment. What happened to environment? Long ago, people could live without affecting the environment. In these days, we are harming it and indirectly harming ourselves physically and biologically, so the ecosystem is affected. Why environment affected? People want more money and material values in order to satisfy their needs. They cut down forests, kill animals, birds and fish, and pollute rivers, lakes, seas and oceans. They care about their profit and nothing more. We should not forget this planet is not the sole property of humans. It is the home for thousands of animals, birds and insects which improve the balance of ecosystem. It looks ridiculous when people are ready to destroy environment to gain profit. People do not appreciate fresh air and water, though they cannot survive a minute without them. What should we do to save our future? We have to adapt to the environment. Also, the children should be educated to live in harmony with environment rather than exploiting it. The ways of conservation of environment must be taught to them. We need to use resources in a discriminate manner. Otherwise, the existence of humanity will become a question. In simple words, people should go green to save Earth. Whose responsibility is this? Is not yours, nor mine. It's ours. So protect our mother who nourishes. The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. A beautiful environment starts with you. We won't have a society if we destroy environment. Better late than never. At least today, each and every one of us will take a oath to plant a minimum of 10 trees, reduce pollution and save the water bodies. Save environment, save future generation. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandita. That was so inspiring, so wonderful, and it's a great idea that we should all definitely pledge to save our environment. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so next up we have Palakshi Sarkar. Palakshi, could you switch on your video? One minute. Yes. Hi, Palakshi. How are you? So, Palakshi, what topic are you going to talk with us today? Okay, before we start, I think there is a audio issue.
Audio is very poor, Abba.
Yeah, we can't hear you clearly. Could you move your mic a little bit and see if we can and speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think that is better. So, Palakshi, what is your favorite pastime? What do you like to do normally?
I like to sing and do maths and play with my brother.
Oh, great. Could you like sing a short song for us before we start? Anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Just few lines. Sure. Go on. Just a few lines.
1 second, ma'am.
Sure. I think we still have an audio. Yeah, go on.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. There's a catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. Whoa! She got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down. Oh! She got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down.
Oh.
This girl is on fire. She's working on fire.
Indeed.
Is on fire. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you. Thank you. That was wonderful. So, are you ready to speak on your topic, the green future?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, go on.
Very good evening, everyone. Very good evening, everyone. I'm really very happy and excited for getting chance for speaking for the second day. Today, my topic is a green future conservation of an environment. Forests are the part and parcel of all the living beings. They are the main producer of oxygen without which life on Earth cannot be imagined. Because oxygen is the only breathing gas for the human and the animals. Also, trees absorb carbon dioxide from the air, which is one of the main factors of air pollution. Our environment consists of natural resources like soil, water, and air. Animals and plants are also the part of our environment. We are basically dependent on forests for our survival. Forests also play an important role in water cycle and control moisture levels in the air. Forests are the natural home of animals, birds, and insects. Lots of animals, birds, and trees are getting extinct due to deforestation. Forests give us fruits, timber, bamboos, and more. Forest also prevents soil erosion. Deforestation leads to soil erosion on a large scale since the topsoil comes loose. So necessary steps shall be taken to stop deforestation to save our environment. We must bring awareness among the common people about the importance of the forest. We need to plant more and more trees daily. Saving our environment is in our hands, and it is possible if everyone of us take the responsibility. So let us promise today to plant more and more trees to save forests, to save human beings. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Palakshi. You're truly on fire today. That was wonderful. Thank you for joining us. So next, bye-bye. So next up, we have Srishti Sardar. Srishti Sardar from Bangalore.
Ma'am, one second.
Yeah, sure. So Srishti is from Bangalore, studying in class 4.
Ma'am, should I start?
Yeah, before, just could you speak a few words about yourself? What do you like to do? How did you spend your lockdown? Just a few words.
Ma'am, I like to play chess, and that I have made some time for some chess, some online classes of chess, and
wow, that's wonderful. That's amazing. So Srishti, what topic are you going to talk about today?
Ma'am, COVID-19.
COVID-19, great. So you can start now.
Okay. Ma'am,
I think there is a connectivity issue, sir.
Ma'am, shall I start?
Yes, please go on.
Good evening, all. My name is Shrishti, and I am a student of Class 4 Vidyashit Academy, Bangalore. Today, my topic is COVID-19 is a blessing or a curse. A tiny little virus has shaken the whole world and forced us all to stay at our home. The virus is so powerful that it can destroy the whole humankind without any sound, and we have no weapon to threaten the virus. Let me tell you how this has impacted me personally. First, I could not meet my dad for several months because he was busy manufacturing medicines, and in Hyderabad and was not allowed to travel back home. Second, my mother got infected by COVID-19 and was home isolated for 14 days. And we were talking to her over phone in the same house. How worse could it be? I could not enjoy with my friends for several months, and I could not even enjoy the summer vacation. And instead, I was always in my desktop or to television for 5 to 6 hours in a day. That worsened my already poor eyesight. And the situation was so bad that I could not even go to the doctor or the hospital because the hospitals are closed or some are converted into a COVID care center. Many people are dying without treatment. The COVID-19 has a big impact over the economy of our world and of our country and the world. So, many people are losing their job, and everybody is thinking that COVID-19 has given a full stop to life. But no, I must say that it has given a pause, because then that's why start afresh again. So COVID-19 can also be a blessing. Here are the points why. We have learned to live with basic needs. We have changed our lifestyle, and we have learned to be patient, and we have become more health conscious. COVID made us more strong to face challenges in life. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Srishti. So, okay, I think she is locked up. Okay, so Srishti, so your father has joined you back in Bangalore now? Has your father come back now?
He comes every weekend.
That's great. And your mother is feeling better now?
No, ma'am, she's already good.
Okay, great. Thank you for joining us, Srishti.
Okay, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. So next up we have Abel Anish from Cochin. Abel, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Abel. So could you tell us a few words about yourself? What do you like to do? Your favorite pastimes? What you don't like to do?
I like to play football.
Great. So who's your favorite football player?
Messi.
Messi. Wonderful. So you've been following all his matches in the lockdown? I mean, now recently the matches have started, right?
I do not see football matches, but I like to play.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. So, Abel, what topic are you going to talk about today?
Green future.
Green future. So, are you ready? Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can start now.
Good evening, all. I, Abel Anish, studying in Kendriya Vidyalaya, Alua of class 4C, is proud to present before you a speech on the topic Green Future. Earth is our home. Mother Earth provided us with everything. We were blessed with good water, air, and natural resources, but we became greedy. We started exploiting nature. Our development stories were always followed by ecological tragedy. Our planet now suffers from numerous problems like global warming, natural calamities, deforestation, extinction of species, etc. Green future is an idea about a world where we have enough water to drink, good air, and natural resources. How can we save Earth from these harmful activities? for a green future? To begin with, we should reduce pollution. We should use public transport frequently. People should stop cutting the trees because they are the lungs of nature, and every forest is a home for thousands of birds, animals, and insects. We all celebrate Earth Day on April 22nd. It is to remind us our duty to protect Mother Earth. As a student, a few decisions I made are to plant trees back home, not to waste water, to reduce using plastic carry bags, etc. I conclude here by saying that the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Abel. That was wonderful. I hope you follow and implement all your decisions for the green future sincerely. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Next, we have Ms. Soumya Thakur from Bangalore, and she's a 4th standard student. Soumya Thakur. Ms. Soumya Thakur.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Can you please adjust your camera so that we can see your face fully?
Sir, it is okay now?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So, how are you? No, you have to unmute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, may I start?
Yeah. So, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah. So, what is the topic you're going to talk about? Can you just say the topic only?
My India, my country, my responsibility.
Come closer.
Okay, thank you. And
Yes, sir. May I start? Yes, sir. Sir, I'm audible?
It is, yeah.
Sir, am I audible?
Mr. Madhavan, President Guild, your mic is mute.
sorry, sir. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Soumya. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Soumya, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, Soumya. That was my mistake. I apologize for that. Okay. So, what are your hobbies? What do you do in your free time?
My hobbies are dancing, playing badminton, drawing, sir.
Wow, really a multi-skilled personality. That's good. So, what was the topic you said you're going to talk about now?
My India, my country, my responsibility.
Okay. So, if you're ready, you can start, Soumya.
Good evening, one and all present here. My name is Soumya. I am from grade 4A. Today I am going to speak about my India, my country, my responsibility. India is my country and I am proud to be an Indian. India is the 7th largest country by land area and the 2nd most populous nation of the world. It is also boast of being the largest democracy of the world. Unity in diversity is the main slogan of my country. People of all religions can be found living here. Many different languages are spoken
Many different festivals are celebrated, vast culture, and it's well known for its great natural beauty. All these facts make my country a unique nation in the world. My country has given me so much. I am free to move anywhere. I am free to speak, free to eat. I really feel lucky to be born in this wonderland. My country has given me all the fundamental rights that a citizen of a country and whole have. At the same time, it has given me the everything and of my country. If I have the freedom to drink water anywhere, it is also my duty to turn off the tap after its use. If I'm walking in the road, driving a car, it is my duty to follow and obey all the rules and laws made by the government. We should respect the authority and do not break the rules. We should also motivate others to do the same. We should also protect our natural property and culture whenever we are in school or office. We should always try to use everything carefully and not to misuse and damage them. To conclude, I urge one and all to take a pledge to be disciplined, punctual, beautiful, and honest citizens to make our country the best place to live in. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Soumya. That's wonderful. We are glad that you have listed down the responsibilities and you have also asked us to take the pledge. Thank you very much. Bye, Soumya. Now we come to the category of senior students. So this is from 8, 9 and 10 class students. So we have another 5 students from here. So start with the senior students. We have Mr. Srijay from Chennai, who is a 9th standard student. Mr. Srijay, K. Srijay. Mr. Srijay.
Every few square kilometers in the great nation, we can experience a new tradition, practice, and way of life. We need to cherish and preserve the same, while we must always seek to learn from the best practices in the rest of the world. Such as science and technology, we must also focus on preserving and passing forward a rich tradition to the next generation. Our farmlands from the core of this great nation. We must do our part to preserve the environment, keep our cities clean, and make our ecosystem suitable for all the living beings in the great nation. We must also offer the individual support for our Kadi and village industries. Each one of us has a role within our limited spheres. of influence to bring a change. We can contribute our unique skills to impact our communities, our organization, and thus our nation. A million-mile journey begins with a single step. A massive change begins with the action of every single individual. If we work together, focus on our health and those nearby, focus on our action while keeping in mind of the needs of our nation. If we utilize and offer our skills to our communities, if we can keep our nation first in mind when we make any major decision, we can surely take India forward and bring to life to the evergreen truth mentioned by the King Akbar. Gar fidahus barur zaminast haminasto haminast. If there is a heaven on the earth, it is here, it is here, it is here. Thank you, and a special thanks to the ATC Guild Southern Region for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you, Srijay. We do live with the heaven on earth, indeed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, next up, we have Ajay Seven from Trichy. Ajay.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Hello, Ajay. How are you?
Good evening.
Good afternoon, Ajay. So, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so Ajay, I'm good. Thank you. So, Ajay, would you like to share a few words about yourself, your likes, your dislikes? What were you up to in the lockdown? During the lockdown?
I am a normal boy who studies in a school with my parents in home.
Okay, so
And,
how did you spend? Go on.
Ma'am, I was studying my online classes, and meanwhile I have playing some games with my friends, and I have spent time with my family, and I was watching IPL on TV.
Ah, of course. So it's great to have IPL back, huh? So, what topic are you going to talk about today, Ajay?
I'm going to talk a green future.
Green future, great. So you can start when you're ready.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. I'm Ajay Amsbasan, son of S. Arul Murugan. I'm studying in 9th standard in Alpha Education in Trichy. The topic is a green future, conservation of environment. Our natural environment is our most precious inheritance. So our plan is to improve the environment. Environment can be saved by planting more trees, recycling, reusing, and reducing the pollution by creating awareness through environmental programs, etc. We will support our farmers to turn old fields to meadows rich in herbs and plant trees to restore green culture. Planting more trees provides not just new habitats. Planting more trees provides not just new habitats for helps to reduce carbon dioxide levels and also can reduce global warming. This will ensure that a greener, healthier, and more sustainable future for the next generation. Our goals are very simple: clean air and water, and plants and animals are thriving cleaner environment for us all. By using our land more sustainably and creating new habitats for wildlife, including by planting more trees, we can arrest the decline in native species and improve our biodiversity as a healthier one. And by making the most emerging technology, we can build a cleaner and greener environment and reap the economic rewards of the clean green revolution. We hold our natural environment in trust for the next generation. By this ambitious way, to leave the environment in a better state than we found it and pass it on to the next generation, a natural environment protected and enhanced for the future. Now, I come to the conclusion. If we want to save the environment, then we should stop the exploitation of natural resources. Thank you everyone for watching and also giving me a chance on this platform. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Ajay. Thank you for joining us. And okay, you can log off now, Ajay, if you, or at least you can switch off your video. Thank you. So next up we have Varun Rajesh from Hyderabad.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Varun. Could you switch on your video, please?
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Varun, could you tell a few words about yourself? You're in class 9.
Yes,
what are your interests? What are your dislikes and dislikes?
My interests are reading books and playing chess, ma'am. And I dislike the pandemic, ma'am.
Of course. Of course. So, what is your favorite book then?
My favorite book is the Percy Jackson series, ma'am.
Oh, great. That's adventure series. Wonderful.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what topic are you going to talk about today?
I'm talking on green future, conservation of environment.
Great. So, you can start when you're ready, Varun.
Yes. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Varun, and today I'm going to be talking on green future, conservation of environment. The major problem affecting our environment this decade is global warming and pollution. There are many kinds of pollution. For example, air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. A great way to measure our pollution is the carbon footprint, which is my key point today. So now the question arises, what is carbon footprint? Carbon footprint is the amount of greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere, primarily carbon dioxide, by human activities. Carbon footprint is a very broad measure and can be applied to an individual, an event, a family, an organization, and even an entire country. Carbon footprint is measured as the tons of CO2 or carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere every year. Some of these tons are other greenhouse gases such as methane and nitrous oxide. Now I would be talking on the two types of carbon footprint. The first one is primary carbon footprint and the second one is secondary carbon footprint. What is primary carbon footprint? Primary carbon footprint are those which have a direct relation in the way we burn our fossil fuels. This includes our sources of transportation such as railways, road travel, and even aviation. It also includes energy produced using sources such as coal or natural gas. Water consumption is also an integral part of primary carbon footprint. Now I'll be talking on what is secondary carbon footprint. It includes the emissions which result from our indirect relation to the points mentioned before, such as when we order a cloth which is shipped from a far away location, the emissions from their manufacture and transportation are counted as a part of secondary carbon footprint. The secondary carbon footprint also considers what happens to the product once they are no longer in use. It also includes recyclability and reusability of the products. Now I would like to talk on how to reduce carbon footprint on a personal level. First one, we should learn the 5 R's, that is refuse, reduce, reuse, rot, and recycle. Second one, we should bike more and drive less. Third, we should conserve our water and protect our waterways. Fourth, we should eat seasonally, locally, and we should include more plant-based diets in our food eating habits. Fifth, we should switch to sustainable, clean, and green energy sources. If we all measure our carbon footprint, we can help conserve the environment. This will lead to a greener future. In such a crowded and advanced life, I believe we should all do our part to help save the environment. We must be conscious of the choices we take that impact the environment. Thank you. I'd also like to thank the AI for giving me another chance to express my opinion.
Thank you, Varun. Thank you. That was very informative talk on a very relevant topic of carbon footprints. That was very informative. Thank you, Varun. So next up we have Karthik Manikot from Calicut. Hi, Karthik. Welcome back. Hi. So, Karthik, before we go to the talk, could you just share with us your likes, dislikes? How did you spend the 6 months of lockdown in Kerala? How was
It was tough. Me and my sister used to bake cakes in our house.
Great. Huh.
That was one of the time.
So
I did
you're skilling up.
cleaning up, and it's my 10th, so I had to study for my board. So I had also started studying.
That is tough, isn't it? With the lockdown and no schools, how do you focus? But I hope you're.
It's tough, but still manage it.
You're getting there. Great. So, Karthik, what topic are you going to talk about today?
COVID-19, a blessing or a curse?
Great. So you can start when you're ready, Karthik.
It's all about perspective, I say. In spite of the pain that the pandemic has caused, we can still create lemonade from the lemon thrown at us. It's the silver lining in every cloud. My classroom has come into my favorite gadget, my phone, but I still miss my ground. My mantra of happiness is life can be precarious if we fret over things of the past. Looking at the statistics, more than 6 million have been infected and more than 1 million dead since the first case was reported in China in December 2019. On the threshold of celebrating its anniversary and still clueless as how to tame it. COVID has opened our eyes and exposed how inadequate our medical facilities are, as we are a nuclear superpower. What really important is life, survival, clothing, food, health, shelter, and to ensure equality. If we look at economy, as they say, one man's food is another man's poison. We have witnessed numerous changes, things which were prerogative of a few, like hand sanitizers, masks, gloves, PP kit, have become a part of our daily wear. Sometimes it makes me wonder, is it a racket or is it just the Sherlock Holmes in me? The initial days of COVID were tough and scary, but it was outsourced with family time, cooking, gardening, cleaning, and this all became a joint venture where we all switched our roles as bakers and gardeners. Daily feedback by the government was keenly waited and watched. Our vocabulary saw a flood of new words like quarantine, asymptomatic, pandemic, and much more. And these words all fall in my blessings bag. Lifestyles changed, so did livelihoods. Many abandoned their jobs. Auto drivers and the bus drivers had to go back to gardening and domesticating animals. Tough at first, but it has started bearing fruits. This has been a time of introspection in all matters. When times are good, be grateful. When times are tough, be graceful. We have seen darker times than this, but as said in Bhagavad Gita, this too shall pass. For the time being, let's learn from what Corona has taught us. I would like to conclude with a cliche: health is wealth. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik. We have learned many lessons indeed from the COVID experience. And next up, we have Hazel Maria Sebi from Cochin. Hazel?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, could you switch on your camera, please?
Am I? Yeah.
Are you able to see me?
Just a minute. Yes. Hi, welcome back. So, before we start, like, we would like to know what makes Hazel tick? What are your likes and dislikes?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear your question.
Just could you share your likes and dislikes? What are your hobbies? What do you like to do? Just a few words.
Well, my hobbies, actually, I improved a lot in cooking. I can say that. And I did few musics with my brother. So I improved in singing too.
Wonderful. So what do you like to cook? Like till now, at least, what has been?
Well, I actually focus on international delicacies like apple pie, donuts, cakes, chocolates.
Oh, lots of desserts. Nice.
Yeah.
So, Hazel, what are you going to talk about today? What topic are you?
I'll be talking about COVID as a blessing or a curse.
Great. You can start when you're ready, Hazel.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, I am ready. Good evening, respected judges and dear listeners. Today I'll be speaking about COVID-19 as a curse or a blessing. COVID-19 is an illness caused by the novel coronavirus. It has affected our countries in a very bad situation. I mean, a lot. It has affected the livelihood, people's health, and caused many deaths. The economy of almost all the countries are badly affected. The governments are struggling to introduce a lot of social reforms and programs in order to reduce people's suffering. But I believe that this pandemic has a bright side. Let me explain. The indiscriminate use of fossil fuels and the uncontrollable pollution norms of factories and careless activities of the citizens has all led to pollution. But this pandemic has actually cleaned our environment. It made the whole world into a reboot mood. It is said that the Himalayan ranges are clearly visible from Delhi after a very long time, which means that the quality of air is improving drastically. Due to COVID and its lockdown, we all have missed our schools. But we got an opportunity to use our free time to learn new skills such as cooking, gardening, stitching, etc. We also improved a lot in reading. Moreover, it helped us to understand about the home management system in a better way. The pandemic has also given us a much needed quality time. It helped us to connect with our families and friends and siblings in a better way. The pandemic has also developed a habit of agricultural cultivation in many of us. It not only served as an enjoyable quality, but also provided us with healthy food. People have also became aware about the importance of cleanliness and hygiene. Thinking about the outcomes of the pandemic, it taught us about the value of life, the greatness of compassion, and the love for our fellow beings. Moreover, the pandemic also increased in online programs, such as it brought us emotionally closer, but kept us physically different. For example, this very speech that I'm making. It is said in our mythology that Kalki is the last incarnation. All the 9 incarnations have been a helping hand to the humanity. But Kalki is a destructible force. It unleashes its energy to clean the environment. This pandemic can also be considered as a cleaning process. I consider that COVID as a blessing in disguise. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Hazel. That was a wonderful perspective from you. And it was really good to hear you speak. Thank you very much. Yeah. And now we come to the end of the session. So now we would request the honorable judges to address the session, and also they can elaborate on their views for the last, Mr. Suresh and Mr. Shaji, they can elaborate their views on the last 2 days session and also about today's session. So to begin with, we request our APD Tirupati, Mr. Suresh. to begin addressing the session because he's been very energetic and enthusiastic, and we really are thankful and grateful to the judges for sparing their time amidst their busy schedule to come and be with the children. In fact, it is really astonishing that they have been able to spend some time for the children. Thank you very much. We are indeed grateful to them, to all the judges. Now I request Mr. Suresh to address the session and just tell us his observation.
Respected RED Sri Madhavanji, respected GM ATM, Sri Ayubji, respected Executive Director ATM, who is on offline mode but joined some time before, and my colleagues who happen to be the judges and the participants of this event. It has been a wonderful experience for me for the past 3 days to be with the children and to listen to them, their bright ideas, their innovative presentation skills at a tender age. They have come up so well that sometimes we forget our age and become children a part of them. Really, it gives me the impetus to be in this type of events which ATC Guild Southern India is conducting. I hope this is the first time the technology has been, as I have been telling for the past 3 days, the technology has been incorporated into the innovation, and children are part of it. So I really, it takes me through this event, and I congratulate them for participating in it. The winners will be more really overjoyed, and the participants will be more encouraging. Thank you, Mr. Madhavan, President Guild, the Southern India, and also Mr. Manimaran, who happens to be the anchor and director of this event behind the scenes. Though he is not on camera, he is behind the camera. So every one of you, have a good day. November 14 happens to be the Children's Day. It is not only for children, it is for everybody to celebrate. And that day also happens to be a Diwali. Have a nice time and spend a wonderful and safe Diwali. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for sparing your time with us for the last 3 days. Thank you very much. And before we go on to the next gentleman,
I can hear some whistling behind. It's a system generated though, so it gives me some encouraging time to feel like dancing.
No, in fact, this is how we have programmed it. We want to give you a cheerful applause to all the speakers, and especially when you gentlemen speak, we wanted to make it more enthusiastic. That is why the whistling noise is being heard.
Okay, I was thinking behind somebody is whistling. My younger days.
Okay, so thank you. Like, before we move on to the next gentleman, I would just like to inform the session that results will be declared when this all the judges speak, and within 10 minutes after the completion of the session. So those who want to, know the results can just wait. And now we move on to the next judge, Mr. C.V. Shaji. He's also been very kind enough to spend his last 3 afternoons with us, and we are really grateful to him for spending his time.
My apologies, I forgot to mention Mr. Shaji's name. Mr. Shaji, thank you, sir. Thank you for joining this event along with me.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Good evening.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Shaji, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Shaji, sir, switch on your camera, please.
I would like to interrupt Mr. Madhavan.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
I have some people waiting for me to give my time to them. So I would like to leave this meeting now. Okay.
Yeah, Sanjay sir, sorry, we'll just, sir, R.E.D. Madhavan sir, then can I request you to address the session and bless the children before we leave, sir?
Yeah, I wish all the children the best in their career, and they have enthusiastically participated in this program, and their speeches were very nice, and especially a young girl of class 2, I think she has done it very well. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to be a judge of this program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for sparing your time with us in spite of a busy schedule. Thank you very much. Yeah, Shaji sir, now you can start your session, please.
Good evening.
Sir, can you switch on your camera?
Yeah. Am I visible?
Yes, sir. You are visible and audible both.
Good evening, my dear children. I think already has left. GMATM Chennai Ayub, APD Tirupati Suresh, and the fellow judge, and the APD Tutipurin, Mr. Subramaniam. Today, at the outset, I congratulate the people behind this. That is, this program of elocution competition that Manimaran, Madhavan, Abhajarini, Jagadish, and all other team members. Then comes the topic they selected. My India, my country is the, what you call that, my India, my country, and my responsibility is to inculcate the patriotism, civic sense, and all other things. All the children spoke about that. Then the current topic, the curse or boon or blessing we are undergoing, COVID-19, a curse or blessing. Then another one of, it is the darling of all the competitions, elocution competition, that is green future, the conservation of environment. So these three topics are, I think, very carefully chosen, and the people, the children who participated in that gave us a lot of inputs to that. Then comes about the how the people presented that. Any competition, any oration or orator, there are a lot of qualities. Once the marks we are giving the based on what is the content in that. That's what we have selected. That, of course, there are so many myriad or vivid pictures the children are given in that. And next is the power of expression. Some of them are very good in that. Dramatize and with body language expression. Body language, of course, it should be synchronized with this. Some of them might have taken the advantage of the technology because it is the order of the day. We can't this thing, but we can understand from their eye movements what is the going on. But they have also done very nicely with their expression and content. Now, when you say the things, yesterday also I mentioned about the three words the Mark Antony used after the Roman war, as Shakespeare told them. That is, friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ears. That suddenly stopped all the chaos there, and people listen their leaders. So these are the power of words, that instead of telling, hey, listen to me, they use these words. This dramatic techniques, dramatize words and expression the orator can could use. And from there, all the oration in India also we can see the leaders, including all the leaders I am talking about, political leaders or literary figures or any other walks of life, the leaders or orators, they used to charm the audience with their power of expression. So I think some of you have got these qualities, and I tell them to keep it up. Some of them are born orators. So I wish them all the success in the days to come, and wish them all the best in their studies. So as somebody puts it, as Suresh has told, it is not our our younger days. We are now remembering. Always, child is the father of man. So that gives the memory of our childhood days. So thank you, children. Thank you, my fellow judges, respected seniors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your nice observation and also your motivation to the children. Thank you very much. Now we request our next judge, Mr. Ayub, General Manager, ATM Chennai, to share his observation and also to motivate the children.
Good evening, Madhavan. Is it audible?
Yes, sir. It is audible, sir.
Good evening, respected RED sir, Mr. Suresh, CV Shaji, and the master brain behind this elocution, Mr. Manimaran, Mr. Madhavan, Abba, and all the team members and technical members. And over and above, the entire participants, right from the 2nd standard to 10th standard, we should appreciate them, the spirit they are shown in participating. But over and above, I appreciate the Guild, ATC Guild of Southern Region, for coming with an innovative idea of connecting all the stations. And I think that should be the positive side of COVID. And no COVID mean there. I think this was one of its kind in the ATC, that we linked all the stations to through this team platform. Congratulations to them, so that we could connect all the younger generation from all the airports. And the elocution topics was also taken in such a way that we can also inculcate in the right from the grooming and from the younger age the patriotism, the need for the cleanness and how to protect the environment. And it has been wonderfully done, and with practice also they are done. The body language, the expressions, I think all are done wonderfully well. Maybe because of the connectivity, the expressions or clarity must not have come properly. But however, in general, everybody has done a very good job, and the knowledge in which the preparation they made also is excellent. I wish all of them the very best, and I also wish each and every participant and the organizers the happy Diwali and the safe Diwali. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your motivating speech. So we'll be announcing the results in next 5 to 10 minutes. So meanwhile, we can just have a brief glimpse about what is the Children's Day all about. I think most of them are aware, UN had declared basically November 20 as the Children's Day, which is being celebrated in many countries. And in 1959, India had joined this Children's Day celebration, and they started celebrating on 20th November. But when our first Prime Minister, Sri Jawaharlal Nehru, when he expired in 1964, then as a tribute to the birthday of our first Prime Minister, India started celebrating Children's Day on 14th November. This is from 1964. And basically, Children's Day is celebrated to make the rights of the children aware to everybody and also to protect the interest of the children. So this is what Children's Day is all about. And as far as this Children's Day celebration by ATC Guild, if this is successful, then the credit first of all goes to the children and all the participants who participated in this and who were really sincere and dedicated, and they contributed very well to this event. So we really thank all the participants from the bottom of our heart, and ATC Guild is indebted to them for making this event a big, huge success. And also the judges and also the technical team who have made this event a success. So now I request Mr. Ayub, General Manager ATM Chennai, to announce the results of the winner.
Thank you. I think you should be able to hear me now.
Yes, sir. We are hearing you.
And I was told it was a tough competition, and even for the judges also it was very tough. However, we have to find a winner. So at least we are concluded with that. We are concluded thing. And I will just go to the category, the first category, that is standard 1 to 4, the junior category. The third prize has gone to Sri the Master Abel Anish. And there was a stiff competition for the second place. It was been shared by Palakshi Sarkar, sorry for the wrong pronunciation, and Soumya Thakur. And I would like to happily announce the name of the young girl who was scored the first prize, and which RD also was referring to. It was the little one, B. Nandika of second standard. Chennai. And the Sisti Sardar will be getting the consolation prize. I congratulate all of them. They are then wonders at this young age. And when we move to the next category, the standard 5th to 7th, the third prize was been awarded to Anvita E. The second prize has gone to Advaid S. Menon. And the first prize was taken away by Arya Praveen. And the consolation prizes for Jesma Maria, Aradhya Praveen, and Siddharth. Congratulations to all of you. We may move to the senior session. And the third prize go to Sriji. And second prize, Hassel Maria Sebi, Kochi. And first place, Karthik Manikot. Consolation prize to Ajay Masavan and Varun Rajesh. Congratulations to all of you. And once again, wish you a happy Diwali to all, and the congratulations to the winners. And over to Mr. Madhavan. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And ATC Guild congratulates all the winners. And can we have a big applause for all the winners, please? Thank
Before
you.
the conclusion, I should interrupt. I would like to wish all of us from Chennai happy Children's Day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. But one only thing, I hope we celebrate Children's Day off the channel and not on the channel. Thank you. Thank you for all the winners and congratulations once again and wishing you all the success in the future. So thank you judges, thank you technical team, thank you all participants for making this event a grand huge success. Thank you very much and wishing you all a very happy Children's Day and also a happy and safe Diwali. Thank you very much.
Happy Diwali from my side also, and wishing you all children here a very happy Diwali. Thank you.
Thank you and good evening to all of you.
Good. I think the ground also we did want to put it without.